Right, okay, cool. Probably no one around at the moment because I'm just randomly doing this, but this is it's just pretty much level design. I'm going to be making a map in the Hammer editor. Probably talking over what I do while I'm doing it. I mean, if anyone does appear in chat, always happy to answer questions. Just trying to get my chat window sorted out on my phone. It's been a while. It's been a while since I was streaming, so this will be a good time to test how it's all looking. Just need to make sure I'm capturing my mouse cursor as well. Probably gonna have to load up my stream a second, so apologies if I come back out. Yeah, give me a second. Right. Right. Just need to make sure I can see my cursor moving around on the screen. It's gonna be a delay, so you're gonna see my. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. So normally when I start out, I mean, there's a couple of things. Wow, loud. Sev has now started hosting me. Thank you very much, buddy. Much appreciated. Much appreciated indeed. Right, so forget how loud that alert is. I really need to sort them out. Yeah, so when I'm starting off, normally I have reference images. Either I use a program called PureRef. Let's see if we can get it out quickly. PureRef. And PureRef is really helpful because it allows you to. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. It allows you to just drag and drop images in. You know, you could be on Google, and you could be like, oh, that you know, that like a building or something. You know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna change. You're gonna see like the whole display like change, but let's just switch to display capture. Right. So this is PureRef. It's really good. It's donationware, so you can be like, okay, I haven't got any money at the moment. Here you go. I'm gonna just get the portable version for a second. Don't need to download that one. So I could be on, you know, browsing Google. So let's go onto Google. Let's go to. Let's see. You know, brutalist architecture, right? So I'm on brutalist architecture now. Let's load up PureRef. Get it running. You might notice I'm on the whole scarf thing there because the heating's just not kicking in. This is PureRef. So I can be like, right, okay, I've got like this building here, kind of like that. So I'm going to drag that in. You know, this looks pretty cool. You can zoom out. It can be as big as, you know, small as you want. So, you know, I could carry on just being like, well, I like that, and yeah, you see where I'm going here. So it's really handy just to have open. If you've got a second screen, sadly I don't have a second screen at the moment, but if you've got a second screen, it's very handy to kind of have to look at, and you can no super hot warm PC to keep you warm anymore. No, it's bloody freezing. And this is the reason why I'm back, is because Sev sent me over some hardware, and I'm back up and running now, and it's water cooled, and it's not an AMD fire hot CPU anymore. It's all Intel, so it's all nice and cool. So it's pretty, it's good, but my room is freezing now. Right, so I'm gonna start by just let's keep it 64 for a minute. So I'm gonna just start by dragging out space here. Now when you are starting out with something in source, you want to always make sure it's no draw. I see a lot of people, you're next to a radiator. That's good. That's probably the best thing to do at the moment. You know, I see a lot of people when they're starting out making levels, they in source, any editor actually now. You know, people like the texture everything to begin with, and then do stuff like no draw afterwards. Just do it as you're going along, and then texture just the parts you need, because it's going to help your ass a lot better later on. Now, Another good thing, I'm going to just do it now, even though I've just said start with no draw. But obviously working with dev textures to begin with, just to kind of get an understanding of scale and how big an area is going to be. So like, right, I'm going to have like a building here. Yeah, it's going to be about yay high. Yeah. So I'm coming out here. Okay, so there's going to be a building here. But the problem with this is I have no scale, no player scale. So if I come over here and get a player start, now I've got an idea of the scale I'm going to be working with, right? So I've got this dude here, and I'm going, right, okay, he's about that high, that's fine. Okay, so this building, yeah, it's okay, it's probably about a 2-story building, not too bad. Didn't do no drawing to my first mapping stream, holy crap. Bad. No, it's not too bad. It's, I mean, I think you, especially with something like Source Engine, you know, you want to be making sure you use no draw the whole time. And then other like engines where null is used, use null. But in the Source Engine, we're luckily enough have these dev textures which allow us to know the height as well. So okay, we got player height here. So while you're doing all this, you're gonna kind of think like outside the box here. You're gonna be like, right, okay, so if I'm stood up next to a building, what would I be looking at? I'll probably be looking like probably midway through a window. So you can kind of work out here. That's where I went. Well, you're probably not gonna see me because my bloody webcam's in the way. Let's just make this bigger for a second. So you're gonna say, right, okay, round about here, this is where a window would be. All right. So that would be like the next part up. So we really kind of want this to be just about 4 more. Yeah, so about there. So that would be a 2-story building. Alright, done deal. Yeah, okay, so with in the Source Engine and a couple of like the older engine, it's mostly an older engine thing now. But no draw and null, essentially when the map is compiled into something playable, no draw or null is removed, so those faces don't exist. So it's essentially like this, all these sides here, because they have this material on it, they'll be rendered and compiled. Whereas no draw, anything with no draw on is removed, it's deleted. It's no longer there. Also, hi Frag, hello mate, how's it going? So. And yes, walls are 128, and it's luckily placed right here on our wall. So yeah, so we now have an understanding of like scale and stuff, and yeah, so the void as well is another thing. But I'm more sort of on about, so you know, okay, so take this block for example, right? Just make it a bit bigger for a second. So take this block for example, right? A minute ago I literally just made it and I had the dev texture on all sides. Okay, so when this map's compiled, at the moment this floor will be removed, right? But let's just make it so let's give it a nice I'd say bright green. Let's just make this purple, right? So this floor is going to be here and this block's going to be here. Now I only really want the player to see this, you know, this side and this side, okay? Not going to see the top, you know, not going to see the back, and they're definitely not going to see underneath. So stuff like this, I'd be like, right, I need to no draw that, because we don't want that being rendered, right? And the same goes with the rest. That, you know, that, and that, okay? So everything I don't want the player to see, I'm going to no draw. I'm going to make sure that they aren't going to see that. That's not going to be rendered, because you know what people are like with like clipping around in no clip mode. They're going to fly around, they're going to go through buildings and go, oh look at this lazy asshole, he didn't no draw the top, you know, and I was never going to see that. What's the point? Yeah. Plus, you know, I mean, it is 2018, but not everyone in the world has fantastic machines still, and the Source Engine is widely used because of that fact. So making sure that you have the best possible performance is, you know, is key. It's vital, especially when you're making like a level or a map for it. So But okay, so that's kind of like scaffolding. Once the level's built, scaffolding gets removed. Yeah, essentially. So you are pretty much just creating scaffolding. Yeah, it's actually a good analogy. I kind of like that one. I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna put it in my belt. So okay, so I go right. Okay, I'm gonna have maybe our player go down, say, an alleyway or something. So let's just duplicate this. Obviously, make sure these. Oh, lovely old Windows sound there. I'm gonna just make. There we go. Right. Yeah, you can turn off no draw ending in hammer, but obviously I've never seen the point of that because it's kind of wanted. Right, so now I can start just extending the buildings out a little bit. So that one's going to have a bit of variation there. Yeah, or it could be, alright, this could be actually a service, like, you know, roof hatch or something, yeah. And then the good thing to do is, right, okay, so even though the player's not going to see the whole thing, I can still see the top. So that's why it's important to have that there. Don't imply, like, it's better to put something there and imply it's fully there than to not put it there at all and just assume the player will go, oh, there must be something up there. Because, like I said, if they no clip up there and they go, it's just a load of flat roofs, it's not good. You want to build your world outside of the playable space to give enough of a feeling that the world that they're in is real, or as real can be, or as realistic as can be. Okay, so now we've got this alleyway, so we can start. Go back to no draw. So say you're gonna have a building about here. Could be like a nice big one. Let's move it back a little bit. And you can do the same thing as here. So like, okay, so if I move it back a 1 again, I'm gonna pull this through. Let's give the idea that this is gonna be its own sort of share. Okay, so now we got this, like, you know, this could be anything. It could be like a way to get into the building, or it could be like really crap parking, or this could be like where, you know, trash is stored. Yeah, it could be anything. So what essentially we're doing at the moment is we're grey boxing. I mean, this isn't grey boxing, this is yellow, purple, orange and grey, but we're grey boxing, or white boxing, or however you want to explain it. It's laying down the building blocks of what your level is going to be. And like I said, you can normally either use something like PureRef, have like loads of reference images in here. If you've like done sketches and layouts, you can put this in here as well. Put notes, you can be like, right, okay, I'm going to put, you know, I'm going to make a note here and be like, super cool alleyway, built in 1875, yeah, blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. And I'm gonna be like, right, okay, I'm gonna go back to Google and be like, right, alleyway, right, well, alleyway architect. Oh, where was that? Architecture, right, there we go. Actually, no, I kind of like the images I was seeing before, so then we can go, right, get this, yeah, so start getting some more reference material in, yeah. So we'll be like, right, I'm gonna have that, and that there. See, lovely. Yeah, catch you in a bit, Sev. Thank you very much for the host and tuning in. Much appreciated, my man. I'm gonna be here mapping away for a bit. Right, so see, now I've got some references now. So we're going, right, okay. So there's some pretty tall buildings. They do jut out as well. Here we got just a couple of, like, this is more sort of residential. This is a very tight knit alleyway. I mean, it's very low res here because I didn't expand the image out and have a look. But I'm pretty sure I probably could. Let's do this instead. So let's pull this in like that. Oh, it still gave us a low res option. Alright. View image, because I've added the extension to Firefox. There we go. Right, let's put that there. So we've got a nice sort of alleyway here that we could, you know, try looking at recreating. There's a lot of shutters. The floor is very, you know, mishmash, covered in like different types of concrete. There's obviously debris, little bits and pieces. There's like a really like bright orange lamp here. Loads of AC units. There's a lot going on, but we can start breaking this all down. So, you know, we could say like, oh, that could be like along here, right? So let's do that now. Let's try and, oh, don't want to turn 3D mode on. There we go. Right. Let's bring this in. This will be our like thin alleyway. All right. Sorry. Did I hear about the dev texture brush in Hunt Down the Freeman? No, I have not really kept up to date with Hunt Down the Freeman. I just haven't really bothered. But I'm going to bring this in, and this is the good thing, right? Because I haven't done too much detailing, so all I'm doing is literally just moving my building blocks around. That's all I'm doing. I'm getting a better idea of the space I want to use, right? If I put too much detailing in, it's going to be a pain in the ass to try and drag all this around. So this is what you want to be doing. You don't want to be making loads and loads of detail and then being like, oh, I'm going to have to move all this. It's just don't do it. Just make things easier for yourself, you know? So there we go. Got like a nice fenced area. I can say, right, okay, here, this building here, I'm gonna move this back one. I'm gonna make this into no drawer, and then I'm gonna make another brush on the front, and that will be, so we said about, what was it there, right? So let's see. Oh, that's 128. There we go. Right. So this can be our door. Yeah. Let's change that to another texture. Oh, okay. So we've actually got something that's a bit similar. Right. There we go. Yeah. That'll do. That'll do. You know. There was a strange dev textured funk button in the middle of a map. What on earth did it do? Exactly. What did it do? Alright, so let's start trying to piece some of this together. So we've got a couple of things that are obviously much above height a lot. But a lot of these buildings seem interconnected. There's like a break here. There's a break here. Right. So we'll say this is where these two buildings finish. Right. So saying that, we might need to bring this more in line with this building here for a minute. So we'll put that there, put these here, there we go. See, we're already making a bit more progress, right? Oh, God, I love it. I love it when the Windows sound just deafens in my ear. Okay, so we're going to want another building round about. Look at our reference. Okay, so that's probably like enough of the space for someone to walk through. It doesn't. Just that part of the building though. That looks like it's just an opening into another building. So maybe this could have another like entrance to it. So we could do this. Extend these out again. Probably make it smaller. So let's say about half of that. It's about there. We could just tweak as needed. So that's that idea. Yeah, I mean that would probably work. That's probably like a staircase in there. Oh, nothing. Just pressed it and it moved a little. Oh, fantastic. As soon as I started thinking about a VMF to Unity extension, ProBuilder went free. It did. Yes, it did. ProBuilder is it's a really good tool actually. and they came from you know, this sort of idea of building tools, or building maps, sorry, with brushes. So they made the tool to do so. Right, so we want to start adding more. Let's just grab this building again. We will carry on just blocking things out, changing height. So I reckon, yeah, we'll have it like there. So this is kind of, there's a broken bit here. So there's like there's a space here, and then there's just this weird block like shoved on top. So we'll do exactly the same. So bring it up, and we're gonna make it to about there. So there we go. And then we want to let's see. And the good thing about how, you know, now that, you know, I've got this image here, I can just carry on flicking backwards and forwards and referencing it. Okay, so this is more. Let's see, there's barbed wire there. So that looks like it's like a fence. It looks like a fence on top of the building. So this is like the half size. So we could just copy this one over. It's not really, it's lower down than this opening, so we do this, we go to 128. Let's say that's going to be the fencing. Yeah. And then we can bring this up, make it thinner. Now we're going to add the railing material to it to make it look like it's railed. Okay, and then there's just a slight, well, this is where the building goes up again, like really up, so this is where we can grab this one again. I'm going to just set it all back to no draw. Lovely, and we're going to raise it up. We're going to just raise it up, raise the roof up, like that. There we go. So now already, yeah. Text Mesh Pro and Pro Builder are free now, being implemented. Define engine currently downloading using new package manager with some sort of official asset store. Ah, right, yeah, for the asset store. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not. I don't know. I still don't really like Unity. I'm not a fan. It's not to say it's not a good engine, but it's just something I'm not really too keen on. Right, something I'm starting to notice as well is, so this side feels, it's like the old crappy worn down part of the alleyway meeting some sort of new build esque. There's like a massive divide here. It's like where old meets new, right? So this is going to be all janky and stuff, and this is going to be more clean looking this side. We can already kind of see that here. So we got this sort of clean side and this really janky ass blocky all over the place thing going on. So what we can start doing is, let's start messing around with these values, right? And so it seems to go back up again, like here it kind of hits another level, probably the same level as this block here. So we can just take that over, get the two, and just expand like that. Okay. Yeah, it's not looking too bad so far. No, we're probably going to add a couple more. So we're going to need massive ones at the end as well. So probably grabbing this one. Bring it down here, rotate. These are going to be... So there's like a building here. And there's this massive sort of skyscraper which goes out the distance. So what we'll do is we'll just grab this one. rotate over there for a second. This one we're gonna make there for a minute. We'll probably move it back a bit more to about there. And this one, say, so look, where are we? Okay, so it looks like it's halfway in the alley. So it looks like the alley kind of like kinks around this building here, right? So we're going to want this halfway through the alley, and then this is like obviously the other half showing. So if we just go back down, we can go into Gordon's little green head with his little glasses, a little beard. We can pretend to be Gordon Freeman for a second. Okay, let's move him forward a bit then. It's about, I think, here or here. Let's have a look from here. Right, so that this one here. Yeah, okay, that's actually not too bad. This building needs to obviously be made bigger. It's covering most of the back shot, so that's that. Yes, holding up fantastically. Absolutely fantastically, thank you. Yes, Sev has really sorted my life out with this thing. Right, I'm gonna make something here as well for this little bit. So let's say that's there. So we can bring this down, and then we can bring this over to there, and that'll be a little difference there, right? But yeah, it's things that, I mean, I've been streaming, you know, I think I'm deciding to stream at like 30 frames per second, sorting out like bitrate and yada yada yada, so more people can watch these days. Because yeah, just gonna use some of these different colored dev textures that I have to kind of create a contrast in the environment now, so I can start understanding which different buildings are kind of working with. So these are the prevalent white buildings here. All right, so I think there's like so we've got like an extra building here. So I could put this in half, ideally. And then we can have another one that just kind of sits like that, so it's just poking out. So now these are all gonna be white. So make them that, and then this one will make a nice orange. There we go. Alright, so now I'm starting to fill in my space a bit. So let's make this a brown. This one can stay that color, and this we will turn to red. Let's see here, right, and that probably gonna get rid of this, but that can stay there for a minute. Right, now let's just make this a bit bigger, right? Okay, so now by using the different colored dev textures, I'm kind of now understanding this space in correlation to this space, yeah? I mean, it's not a perfect one-to-one representation, but you can kind of see where things are going, right? Now straight away I'm probably going to move this to this side, because this side's more, I don't know, I mean there is a garage door there, but there's little doors and it's really janky, concrete, dirty, blah, blah. So we'll probably shift this garage door that we have on this side back, or remove altogether, and have the garage door this side instead. So that's really that. So let's have another look. Oh, Get out of view mode for a second, that might help. Okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. I think that's not too bad. That's pretty much what we are looking at. So that's not. So now comes the fun part. Now you got to start, you know, creating the defining features. So a minute ago, so this, I mean, this is the jankiest bit. It's all this. This is a mishmash of, I don't know. It's like something there. It's like some really old, horrible. I want to say like wood or like a metal. But then we got this really horrible door. So let's get this. Oh, and this is the metal up here. Okay, so it's corrugated. It looks like corrugated metal. Here, a door, and then really horrid concrete with like a pipe running up. Probably someone's like shit pipe because it's going into a hole here. Yeah. Okay, we can do that. Let's start that then. So we're gonna break down this wall here. And to do that, I'm going to bring it forward to here and say, right, we could say that's going to be the garage door, and then that can be the janky metal, and then next to that, oh, hello, then next to that we can have the door, right? So let's put the door. Yeah, let's put the door there, right? Now, for this, I'm gonna make sure. Get back to my dev textures and find the door. That's a crate. Don't want a crate. I want the door. There's the door. Right. There's the door. Keep your eyes on the door. So we know where the door is going to be now, in relation to all this. So now we can start bringing everything back. I could say, right, let's actually put that there. Get janky metal there. And then that could be, yeah, right. Lovely. Yeah? Following me so far? Yes? Okay, and then we got this weird jutting bit here. Just before, actually, I might just move all this back. 1 or 2. About there. Yeah. Let's just have a look. So that's that, and oh, keep clicking on Winamp. Don't want to click on Winamp. I could say that's a bit higher, really. Could say that's a bit higher. Let's put that a bit higher. Let's put it about there. So this needs to come up a bit. So that's that. Pure F. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's nearing it. Right. So let's get. Oh. Okay. Janky ass metal. Yeah, that's the. Yeah. 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 You understand? Get that? Yeah. Cool. All right. Let's get me. see-through here, so we'll do the same here. Make a nice mesh. But the thing is, we're not going to be using mesh. We're just going to be using, again, for our purpose, just the railing material. Oh, didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. There we go. And then going to make another block here for a second. Make it like that, so we know if we look that way, we're going to see shit. Okay. Okay, so we got that base. So this next building here, go back to pure F. So this is all the janky concrete. It's all pretty broken up. We already have this janky looking because remember, at the end of the day, this is going to be a Half-Life map, so I'm going to try to take as much as I can from this environment and bringing it into a Half-Life, you know, level. So I'm going to be wanting to. One thing you'll be doing as a level designer is, you know, you'll be getting reference images like this in the real world, but at the end of the day, games don't exist in the real world. They exist in some sort of, you know, slightly altered or completely altered universe of Earth, and it's just, realism's great and all, but you gotta make shit up. Yeah. So this, although would probably look cool, we're using this as a base for what we want to achieve in our like Half-Life 2 level, right? So when I look at this when I look at this image, so this left-hand side, you know, probably could have been like old, you know, the old buildings that were there before, say, the city was taken over by the Combine. And on the right here, this is the sort of more tarted up where like everyone's having to stay now, you know, behind locked doors and apartments and stuff. So it's a bit more, wouldn't say clean, because obviously nothing really is looking clean in Half-Life 2, but it's the more civilized section. Yeah, it's where people are going to be living, where they're going to kind of take pride in the building that they're in because it's the only thing they've got. So always understand the subject matter. I'm now getting a lot of emails from work. Okay. Right. So let's carry on looking. It's got this really janky. This is part C, is it? So part A is this one, bottom. Okay. Probably leave it on part C for a minute. Let's leave it there. Okay. Now you notice it kind of stops here. That's because this is the second part of the texture. So if I copy this up a second, I go back in and get this bit, yeah, and that's not actually half bad, yeah. So ideally this image here, if I go bottom, see it carries on. If I carry on up a bit, so you're not going to be able to see it probably because this one's in the way, but that's normally how big it is, right? We can leave it like that. That's not actually half bad. Just messing with it like that, or finding a way to put this up here, yeah, and then hello, resizing it to how we want it to look, and then going right. We want that there, center, bottom, or top. Sorry. There you go. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna want that little bit. Just gonna move it down. Ta-da. Right. And then actually, I'm already venturing into texture application. I really shouldn't be, but I kind of I've gone too far. Right, and then we want to put that there. There we go. Lovely, beautiful. It's already got this old janky ass looking part of the sea. So this is like the very dark old brickwork that you'd have, and then you'd be looking for like stuff like cement. So like cement. Oh, I'm in caps now. That's not good. Or concrete. Sorry, the Americans have to refer to it as concrete. Ain't no cement, concrete. It's alright. Apologies. My apologies. But we're going to be looking for janky ass concrete. Cement. I mean, it's probably a difference, but let's go with this one. Have we got any that has multiples? A and B, A and C, D. Ooh, okay. We might go for that one then. So A, obviously, going to be. Ugh, that's not very nice look. No. Yeah, there we go. Right. That's A. What's... I could do something without the lines, that's the problem. What I could have is this. There you go. So put that on the bottom. Now we start altering it for all our intents and purposes. So already I'm getting an idea, because that's how bad I am. I get ahead of myself, but I'm just trying to stop. I'm just trying to slowly shift into the. Is that it? Is that how big that is? That's not that big, is it? So look, how big is it? Yeah. I mean, I could start going into the 8s, but I don't really want to yet. Just trying to find something like a trim that will work well there. I mean, that could work well if I suppose I could make it bigger. So you say 5. Oh, okay, 5. Is this a 7.5 then, maybe? Okay, that's more like it. Not perfect, but that would do for a minute. Also gonna want to do that and that. Alright. And then obviously, because now we need to start filling in this void, we need to bring another brush down. Okay, could say that's the bottom. Yeah, that'll do for a minute. That'll do for a minute. There we go. So now we're already starting to get some Half-Life 2 jankiness going through. And then obviously this side, you know, it's going to be the lovely combine maintained side, I suppose would be the best way to put it. So we're going to be, you know, looking for something nice to do. You know, maybe something like these concrete walls, because we still kind of want this tile, this white clean tile thing going on this side. Obviously, you know, Half-Life clean doesn't really work, so we're gonna go with whatever we can get like close as possible. Obviously we have brick and white brick and stuff, and that's all well and good, but there's actually a good set here. So it's concrete wall 007 A, B, D and F. So that's going to do for us, I think. So the good thing with this one is it has 2 base pieces, so we can swap out some blocks or add a couple in, and we can have, you know, some extra details on the wall. That then leads to this one, and then this can be sort of like the normal trim. So if we go like this, bottom, right, and then like that, see, that's already not too bad. I like that. Hello. So like here, I could be like, right, I'm gonna have this bit here. Right, if we just, so obviously now, because this is all one brush, this is gonna, you know, look a bit odd, but just for a minute, let's have it like that. There we go. Right, yeah, so actually it could work pretty well on this piece instead. So instead what I'm gonna do is go to F. There we go. Alright. See what I mean? And then the trick here we could do is we go like this, put another one on the top, and there you go. So now it's just double banded at the top. Could go one step further. See, yeah, it is. Right. So this is what we can do as well. Is make some indents with the trim. So we just, for this, it's just popping it out one, and then obviously finding, you know, a material that would go underneath. Now this is very far out. This is like, you know, because this is 16 units wide, it's not going to look that great. So we will have to go down a bit, and you know, I'm probably actually going to say, yeah, about 8. Down to 8 will do. Yeah, that's not too bad. So now I just want to find a material that would look okay. So maybe just a bog standard grey, something a bit darker maybe. Now we played the scrolling game. Forgot I had all these custom textures actually. That's a bit of a silly move on my part. Some of them would be not too bad to use. I mean, these would be silly to use because they're you know, they're like sci-fi and stuff, but you know what, we'll just go with what we have on there. That will do just fine. And then we're going to apply that one to this one as well. There we go, bada bing, bada boom, right? So let's have a look again from Gorn's perspective. Let's just, there we go. Okay, so already this is, you know, starting to take shape. Yeah. Okay, so we've gone from having, you know, just literally a simple image on the internet. I've gone, actually I really like that, to then slowly blocking out here. Remember, we actually started down here with just two blocks here. Sorry, I just punched my headset and I hurt my ear. You know, we started with just 2 blocks, and now we've, you know, started already expanding upon that. And we're still at a stage where it's very easy to move stuff around. It's not too much detailing. If you do stuff like this, instead of like doing, oh, I'm gonna funk detail the thing, just group it, yeah. So that, you know, don't funk detail stuff until like you're sure you got like a billion pieces that you want to. I don't know, I want to do it like this now. Right, okay. Cool. Yeah. I don't understand people who start funk detailing like so early on, because I don't know. I mean, I personally, it's just something I don't do. You might do it and you might find it's fine. and if that's the case, that's, you know, whatever works for you. Who am I to say anything? I am but a mere man. Right, tap. Right, there we go. Let's start bringing all this around as well, so we get a better idea. We're going to do the same here with this one. This is literally just going to come out, yeah, it's about here. Okay. Obviously this is a bit of a tricky one, because now you'll notice if I do this, yeah, it's a bit of a pain, and if I do this, it's like, okay, well that works kind of there, but not here, right? So this is how you get around it. So I'm gonna now bring this in, and then I'm gonna just quickly make another brush here. I'm going to use the vertex tool to get my vertex points, and I'm going to make them into a little triangle connection here. Now, this will now follow around correctly. Alright, and if I do this and this, yeah, the points aren't going to be perfect, but they're better than they were before. And I'm going to have to do the same with this, so top and then top, yeah. Now, I don't know about you, but that's closer than, you know, what we had before with the terrible just one texture across the whole bottom of the brush. Players probably not going to see the top of here anyway, so this can just be no draw. Yeah. So we're already underway, it seems, isn't it, really? This is already starting to take a bit more of a life of its own. There's all these pipes here as well. These pipes and AC units and stuff is really, you know, providing most of the intricate detail. Now, one thing I just noticed is we got a door here and a door here. So that's what we're going to want to add next, and that is on our massive wall here. Underneath the barbed wire fencing. So if we go to here, now instead of just starting to pull everything apart and go, oh god, where's the door and all this, I'm just going to drag this door over here. Probably a bit too far. There we go. Just going to spin it around like so. Let's say, okay, so about here. Gonna have yeah, a door about there, and then a door sort of on the other side. There's my Winamp again. I keep clicking my Winamp, I don't know why. Right. So yeah, we've got one there. I'm gonna say one here where the railing block starts again. So about there. Okay. So now we've got two doors. Might be too far apart, but you know what, actually, let's change this up, because I don't feel like this would actually work. Let's make this door for this part of the building, and this one can just move over a little bit more, like there. So now that would go into a compound, I suppose. We could have some lights back here, and they could like cast shadows out and what have you. And then this door could be like for this, you know, entrance that's off. Is like, it could be like the entrance, like the fire escape, yeah, like fire exit. So now I just need to start incorporating a door. So let's start doing that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right. I'm going to inset it. I'm going to inset that door, and this door is going to be flush. So instead of this one, instead of just doing what I just did, I'm going to bring this up. I'm then going to create. I'm going to click my door, because the good thing with Hammer is dependent on the block that you've collect, when you go to create the new brush, it will try to follow the height or the width or the depth of the brush that you're using, dependent on the viewport that you're in. Alright, so because I'm going in the top one, it's matching. See, it's matching the block, last block that I placed. So there's that, right? So now I'm gonna make sure all the textures are aligned, and there you go. So far, you'll notice. I mean, have a look around. Sometimes, you know, some buildings do differ, but the general idea is a fire door will always be flush. And the reason for that is because well, I assume this is just assuming territory now, is because of you know, it has to be airtight. So if you have something like an inset, you gotta like make sure there's like nothing coming through, and yada yada yada. Whereas this is like, okay, make sure it just sits flush with the building. It's like an airtight thing. I don't know. That's just the way I've always seen it. Whereas doors like this, you normally have like a little bit inside, and it's all very nice and little trim and yeah. But that could just be me talking shit. But that's just the way I've seen it. So yeah, that's me rambling about that. Oh dear, it's really started snowing outside. Okay, so let's have another quick Gordon check. A little quick look. Zoom out. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. Okay. So next thing, so this has actually got a balcony, so I think this building here isn't as tall as I originally thought. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's an extension of this building, this one here. But it's got a balcony or something, or maybe it's set back. I don't know. We'll have a look. Let's see what we can do with this. So what we'll do is we will make an extension of this building, but it won't be it'll be as high as it was. So let's do it about here. We'll just put it back up again, but we'll offset it back a bit, so there's like a, I don't know, a little smoker's terrace or something, and then we will go off this bit. Now we'll just, you know what, let's just copy and paste this. It'll be a lot easier for a minute. Right, so let's have, oh, that's Discord. Hello Discord. Okay, so it looks like it's just that bit jutting out. Maybe about there. Probably not as thick. So thick. It's probably about that. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. And this is actually a different, it looks like a different material as well than this building, but I'm just gonna start assuming that it's all part of one piece. And then we got this building here, and then this one here. So that building, there's a building there. Did I accommodate that one in? No. That's fine. I can just do this. Copy and paste over. I won't have it as tall because it's not going to be as tall, but it is going to be there. So just a quick look again. Right. Okay. So I could bring that out a bit. It's like here, maybe. So let's have another Gordon check. Now we're gonna have to make sure this is a different color quickly. Oh. Let's have a nice. We'll do orange. Why not? Because we haven't got much orange in the scene for a minute. Right. Okay. So that's there. Yep. That doesn't look too bad actually. Okay. And then it's this one. So now we want to make sure that this is actually a bit more out. And for this, I'm just for a minute gonna make sure I have a material that has just loads of windows in it. So they got this sort of free bay window going on, so let's find one quickly. I mean, these are okay. Could probably just go for them, to be honest. The free bay windows here, but they're not. Well, I mean, they're not free, but okay. Yeah, no, right. Okay, we'll go with this one here. All right. So we will make sure it's indented correctly, and then we can another quick Gordon check, like so. And yeah. Okay. That's not too bad. And then this one at the back, I mean, it's all higgledy-piggledy. There's a lot of different windows that seems going on. It looks like some people have had their windows redone, and you know, but for us, we're just going to be interested in making sure that we have just, I mean, I'm going to be making this one brick, I think. More like the building that you come across when you're having to escape the Combine in City 17. This is probably actually not bad. Oh, okay. That'll be fine for a minute. Because we just so we know that we're going to be having like all these windows going up, I suppose. Okay, Gordon check. Have another look. Okay. Right. Now, obviously, the next thing is the floor. The floor is an utter state, and as you know, we've got this nice, massive pink floor. Did not want to do that, so I'm going to now bring this in because it doesn't need to be that big. And the idea normally is you only really want to make floor space where you can see it. Okay, so what I normally do is I'll bring down a unit and I'll make sure this is no draw on top as well, and then I start adding in floor space. So let's just start doing that about here. Okay. It's about there. So there's a floor. We'll go concrete. We need floor. Is it floor? Is there floor? Yeah, there is floor. Alright. So we'll do this one. It's going to be the, wrong rotation. Lovely. Left, bottom. Okay. So it's dirty floor now. Lovely dirty floor. I'm going to just start making little additions to that. So this along here could be a bit dirtier, or it could be a different texture altogether. Or it could be like let's see. Let's have a look at metal. There should be like a trim or something. Oh, great. Let's go with, for a minute, let's add in this grey material, apply it, and then we're going to go for the right. Okay. So that'll do for a minute. And then obviously here, or, you know, this sort of stuff, because it's going to be behind the player, it's stuff I might come back to later and just add in, you know, just if I was to release something like this. So let's start carrying on. So the floor is just there's lots of drains in the floor as well. And also the good thing with Hemir, or Source in general, sorry. Why? Oh, I've only made it that. Okay. I was following the trim I'd made up here. I wasn't following the actual floor. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, bottom, top. No, center. No, from the right. Is that gonna look better? Yeah, that's more acceptable. Right. So I could just carry this on up for a minute, and then now there's two different ways of applying images to floors and stuff, like decals, but there's also overlays. So I could be like, right, I'm gonna have some drains, or you know, grates. So hard between the American and the English version of words because they mean different things. Right, so we're gonna go with this metal grate here. Now, I can put a decal down and go bam, that's it, done. I'm happy with that. And I'm gonna be like, oh, but actually it's not big enough. So I go. That's when I use like an overlay. Alright, so now it's an overlay. The problem is with overlays, there's a bastard bloody things to see half the time. But I go like, right, now it's gonna be like this big. It's gonna be like a massive, yeah, massive like little. Massive little grate, alright. And also the good thing with grates is if, overlays, sorry, is if I get blurred, go bloody, right? So I can be like, right, I'm gonna add blood on this wall here. That's a decal. Add blood on this wall here. Now, I can be like, oh, but I need the blood on this wall, but so I can pick the brush, yeah, to apply it to as well, and then do it properly instead of like half-assing around. Yeah, there you go. And then bring it out. Oh, it's not doing it. Come on. No, not gonna do it. Alright, fine. Right. Seems shit's going down. Okay. So apparently, we've been. So there's like, yeah. So we got issued like a red warning for the snow or something in our area. It's not why I'm wearing the scarf and stuff. It's just because I have bad circulation. My hands are like freezing. Like be happily wearing gloves. But we've got to try and get electric, and we can't actually get out of the drive, it seems. So I've been asked to stop what I'm doing and go out and shuffle our way out. So yeah, it's a shame because I was really getting into that. But I will try and carry this on at another point because this might be a lot of fun to start doing again. Just kind of random level design streams, people coming in and chatting and asking questions or what have you. So thank you very much for joining in. I'm going to probably put this on YouTube like tomorrow or whenever it is that I'm allowed to. Yeah, I'm back. Alright, back streaming. So thank you very much to Sev for sorting out. Really appreciate it. It's nice streaming and not having to worry about my computer blowing up or blue screening or fizzling itself out. So yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you follow the channel. I do a lot of stuff, level design, and playing games really badly. And there's a Discord, so if you do like !Discord, find the link for that. So yes, until next time, I'm Frag with the rhubarb and custard hair, and I will see you all later.